Have you ever wondered how much impact self-care can have on your life? It's a question we should all be asking ourselves. In a world that often demands so much of us, it's essential to take a step back and focus on our well-being. Self-care is the act of taking care of oneself not as an afterthought but as a priority. It's about recognizing that our needs are important and that our mental, physical, and emotional health matters. It's about setting boundaries and protecting our energy. Self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. You see, self-care comes with a multitude of benefits. For one, it can drastically improve our mental health. Studies have shown that regular self-care practices, like mindfulness and meditation, can help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. It's like giving your mind a much-needed vacation, allowing it to recharge and rejuvenate. But the benefits don't stop there. Self-care can also lead to significant improvements in physical health. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are all forms of self-care that contribute to a healthier body. When we take care of ourselves physically, we're not just looking better, we're feeling better. Daily rituals play a crucial role in promoting self-care. These rituals can be as simple as enjoying a quiet cup of coffee in the morning, taking a walk in the park, or even spending a few minutes each day journaling. These small acts of self-care can create a ripple effect, leading to improved mood, increased productivity, and a heightened sense of well-being. But let's be clear, self-care is not about living in a bubble, avoiding challenges, or distancing ourselves from reality. It's about equipping ourselves with the tools we need to handle life's ups and downs. It's about fostering resilience and strength. So, I encourage you to embrace self-care. Make it a part of your daily routine. Recognize its importance and see the positive transformations it can bring to your life. Indeed, self-care is not just about pampering oneself, it's about nurturing your mind, body, and soul. Now, imagine a life transformed by the power of self-care and the elimination of toxic relationships. Picture this. A young woman, let's call her Jane, was living a life filled with stress, anxiety, and constant negativity. She was surrounded by individuals who thrived on belittling her dreams, controlling her actions, and feeding off her energy. She was trapped in a box created by others, a box that limited her potential, her joy, and her sense of self. One day, Jane woke up and realized that she'd had enough. She acknowledged the toxicity that clouded her life and decided to make a change. She began her journey of transformation by prioritizing herself over the expectations of others. She started small, with daily rituals of self-care. She woke up each morning promising to be kind to herself. She nourished her body with healthy food, her mind with positive thoughts, and her soul with activities that brought her joy. These seemingly small changes had a profound impact. Jane started feeling better, thinking clearer, and living happier. But the transformation didn't stop there. Jane recognized the need to cut off the toxic relationships that were draining her energy. It wasn't easy. Some of these people were family, some were friends she genuinely loved. But Jane realized that she had to choose herself over those who were pulling her down. She bravely created boundaries, blocking away those who were hindering her growth. As Jane prioritized her well-being, she began to bloom. She was no longer confined by the box others had placed her in. Her transformation was not overnight, but a gradual process of choosing herself every single day. Jane's story is a testament to the power of self-care and the importance of eliminating toxicity from our lives. It shows us that we too can transform our lives by choosing ourselves, by stepping out of the box, and by prioritizing our well-being. Just like in our story, it's never too late to choose yourself. Remember, you are the author of your life. How much weight do toxic relationships hold in your life? This question isn't meant to be rhetorical. It's a real pondering meant to stimulate your thinking about the relationships you maintain and how they affect you. Toxic relationships, whether with family members or friends, can be like a dark cloud that obscures the sun. They can drain you emotionally, physically, and mentally. You may find yourself feeling perpetually exhausted, stressed, and anxious. You might become so entangled in these relationships that they leave little room for positivity, growth, and self-improvement. Imagine walking with a heavy backpack up a steep hill. That's what it's like to carry the burden of a toxic relationship. It slows you down, makes every step harder, and prevents you from reaching the peak, your full potential. Often these relationships are characterized by narcissism and jealousy. They can make you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells trying to avoid the next argument or emotional outburst. You might find yourself constantly trying to please them, losing your own identity in the process. This is not to say that every disagreement or argument signifies a toxic relationship. No relationship is perfect. But when these negative interactions become the norm rather than the exception, it's time to take a step back and evaluate. Toxic relationships can also create a box around you, limiting your worldview and opportunities. They can stunt your growth, forcing you to live according to their rules and expectations. They can make you forget that there's a world full of possibilities and opportunities beyond the confines of this box. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay in this box. You hold the key to your own freedom. You have the power to distance yourself from these relationships and create a healthier environment for yourself. It's not always easy. It may even involve pushing away people you genuinely love. But sometimes, it's necessary for your own well-being. Toxic relationships can be chains that hold you back. But remember, you hold the key to your own freedom. What if you had the power to choose your relationships and your life's direction? Now, imagine a world where you are the sculptor of your own destiny, where the power to carve out your life's journey rests firmly in your hands. This isn't a fantasy, my friends. This is your reality. Each one of us has the power to choose our path. But what does that mean? It means waking up every morning and deciding to embrace positivity, to welcome joy and shun negativity. It means choosing to surround ourselves with people who uplift us, inspire us, and make us want to be better. It means pushing away from those who drain us, who steal our joy, who bring negativity into our lives. Choosing positivity is not about ignoring life's difficulties. It's about acknowledging them, facing them head on, and then deciding not to let them rule us. It's about choosing to focus on the good, the bright, the beautiful. And it's not just about our outlook on life. It extends to our relationships too. We all have the power to choose who we allow into our lives. We can decide to let go of toxic relationships that do more harm than good. We can choose to say no to people who want to place us in a box, who don't appreciate us for who we truly are. We can also choose to say yes to those who love us unconditionally, who accept us, flaws and all. These are the people who help us grow, who encourage us to step out of our comfort zones and explore the vast expanse of possibilities that life has to offer. Remember, every choice we make shapes our reality. Every decision we take, every step we make, brings us closer to the life we truly deserve. So let's make those choices count. Let's choose to be happy, to be loved, to be free. In the end, it's your life. You have the power to choose, to change, and to create the life you truly deserve.